Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome again to a new day of the Elder Scrolls Arena. We are now on our way to bring your slayer to slay the beast. Yep. Now I'm better than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was quite sick. Today I just got this morning I had a huge amount of phlegm in my mouth, and it was disgusting. There's still a little bit there, but yeah, it's mostly gone. That's a nice healthy image for you. So, Borderlands 2, Loot Hunt update. Two things I forgot to mention yesterday, which was the news. Now, the Curb Blaster got an upgrade, does more damage and makes bigger explosions. And the Flacker, which was, Sundays? Wait, was it Sunday? It was Sundays. Sundays, weapon. Was it Sundays or was it Mondays? It was Mondays. Mondays. God, I don't even know what day it is. Today's Wednesday, dude. Oh. Jesus. I'm sorry. I don't work a normal 9 to 5 job anymore, so I forget what day it is. Jeez. Okay, fine. Anyway, the Flacker. Blah, 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 blah. What happened? Bigger explosions. Oh. Okay. Bigger explosions. That's it. And that's the last update that we've had. Now, if I go to the main page, where it usually shows the today's target, it's got a claptrap that's fallen over on the ground, and he says, "Woo, we're took it out from all that ultraviolence. Soon as we're done lying down on the job, we'll be back for some fun stuff and statistics." So I will keep checking it, and if something happens, I will keep you informed. But it looks like, for the time being at least, that is it for the Borderlands 2 loot hunt, which is a shame. I enjoyed it very much, and I look forward to future events like that. It actually brought me back to play Borderlands like a lot more, because recently I've only been like trickling. Well, I haven't played it for a while yet, recently, so now I'm back into it, so you might see some more Borderlands 2 videos coming out, because I've decided to start playing it again. Yeah, like today, you'll see a Salvador the Gunzerker video, for example. Yeah. So that's that. What else? Well, there was something that I did want to talk about with Borderlands. Well, you know what? There's two topics that I'll talk about. Well, the first one's with Borderlands, because you know we've been talking about Borderlands this whole time. So while we're on the subject, it's pretty obvious that Borderlands 1 was heavily influenced by Mad Max, right? Like the Mad Max series. Not really the first movie, Road Warrior, but I mean, because Road Warrior, I remember the first Mad Max movie, and it was a very low budget, like clearly Australian movie. Because well, apart from were you about to say that the main actor was Australian? Mel Gibson is Australian. No, he's not. He's not Australian. Let me Google that shit right now. Because he moved to Australia when he was a kid. He's actually American. Are you sure about that? I'm pretty darn sure about that. He took acting classes at the I think it's God, what's it called? The Australian the famous acting place that everyone friggin' oh god, that everyone the National Institute of Dramatic Art? No. Okay, well that's where he studied. Where's the... Oh god, now I gotta look that up. Hang on, please hold. I gotta look this up. Because, it's the one where, Jesus, now I've forgotten everyone's name. Oh my god, Hugh Jackman and Nicole Kidman. Let's look up Hugh Jackman, because I know he... Well, actually, I'm not sure about Hugh Jackman. I know for a fact that, Nicole Kidman studied there. Where do you find that shit? Early life, The Western Australian Academy of Performing Arts. No, that's not it either. Okay, let's look at Nicole. Maybe I'm wrong. Jesus. Nicole... I can't spell Nicole Kidman. Oh, that's fine. Thank you, Google, for spelling it for me. Blah, blah, blah. Days of Thunder. Wait, Days of Thunder? Isn't that a... Tom Cruise movie? Oh, that must be where they met. Is that about... Oh, it's about racing. Oh, I've never seen the movie. I thought it was about... I thought it was like Top Gun. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Victorian College of Arts. Australian Theatre for Young People. No, what the hell? Where the hell am I thinking of? Oh my god, why can I not find this? This is driving me insane. It's got some like abbreviation like ADFA, BADFA. I would assume it would be ADFA. Okay, ADFA. 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 No, that's the Australian Defence Force Academy. Oh, whoops. That's the army one. No, oh god. Oh, it ends in DA because it's dramatic arts. Australian... Oh, jeez. Australian something dramatic arts. Australian College? No, it's not Australian College. Australian... Oh, there's the Australian College of Dramatic Arts. That's probably not it, though. Oh, God, why can I not find it? Oh, you know what? Whatever. Fine. Anyway, Mel Gibson. Right, so he's born in Peekskill, New York. Where the hell is Peekskill? Anyway, he's born in New York. So he's American, moved to Sydney when he was 12. Oh, when he was 12. Okay. And studied at the National Institute of Dramatic Art. Maybe it's the National Institute of Dramatic Art. NIDA, NIDA. That's the one I was thinking of. NIDA. Okay, and then he moved back to America sometime later. But anyway, you know, Mad Max was a terribly Australian movie. Not terribly, come on now. Like the cars were the Pursuit Special, which was a Holden Minot, which is just a, well, it's an old car, but well, I don't think it was that old at the time, because the movie was made in 1979. I'm pretty sure that was the same, like the car in the movie is like a modern version of that car. You're probably right, actually. And yeah, so the Pursuit Special, so apparently when it was first shown in the US during the 1980s, the original Australian dialogue was revoiced by an American crew, and they like dubbed it and changed all the Australian slang into American stuff. So instead of oi, it became hey. Instead of see looks, which I've never used before, became see what I see. Windscreen became windshield. Really? You don't know what windscreen is? Very toey. Became super hot. Oh god. Anyway, Proby became rookie. Really? Proby? Proby? Come on now, American. I thought that was an American slang. Alright, well, fair enough. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, it was like, well, I mean, looking at the plot, apparently it's still supposed to be in a dystopian, Australia, actually, where the Earth's oil supplies have been exhausted, law and order's begun to break down, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, obviously in the movie there's still a police force of some kind, and it still feels really, because, like, well, maybe it's just because I'm Australian, and I know that the scenes that were shot were just on roads that currently exist, and they look like that in you know, outback Australia. But, you know, maybe for an American it might seem more dystopian because it's just all desert, like, as far as the eye can see. But guess what? Most of Australia looks like that. Well, most of Australia that nobody goes to because we all live in cities that have buildings and houses and vegetation. I remember ages ago, when I was doing a stint on an American internet radio station, I used to get ripped because this guy made a map of Australia showing what made up Australia, and there were like 3 rocks, and then the rest of it a kangaroo, and the rest of it was desert. Oh yeah, and one was Leo. That's it. It's like, god damn it, Australia's not all desert. It's just the middle part. Yeah, it's the majority of Australia, but nobody goes there. We all live on the, near the ocean. Swim in the beaches and stuff. That's how we do. Anyway, so, looking at this, apparently there's going to be a 4th movie. Mad Max Fury Road. Which, is not going to have, Oh, wait, the Road Warrior was Mad Max 2. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, sorry, I thought the first movie. No, I'm talking about the first movie, guys. Now, Mad Max 2 and Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome were very different from the first Mad Max. They were very, okay, this is clearly a dystopian future, and it really felt like, and that's really what Borderlands 2 feels like. It feels like those kind of movies. Like, which is basically what Pandora is. It's basically the world of Mad Max. Just on a different planet instead of being Earth, where there's no resources and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Now apparently the new Mad Max movie, Fury Road, will have Tom Hardy as Max. Who's Tom Hardy? Tom Hardy is that guy. Okay, he was in Star Trek Nemesis. He was in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. This means war. Oh, I know who that is now. Yep. Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, like I said, Borderlands 2 is basically Mad Max, and I found out recently that they, I could probably find it here on the old wiki. Not that you should trust everything that comes out on wiki, but oh god, there was a Mad Max game from 1990, a NES game. Are you serious? Oh my god, I want to play that now. Oh, that sounds great. It sounds amazing. Anyway, there's a new game coming out, new Mad Max game coming out, scheduled to release in 2014. For the PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and the PC. So what do we got here? It doesn't really have any information. I've seen a trailer of the game, but you know what? I don't need a Mad Max game because I've got Borderlands, and Borderlands is the best Mad Max game that I'm probably ever going to get. I don't want to, apart from the Mad Max game, maybe like using Mel Gibson's likeness and having the basic story of the movies, I don't think the Mad Max game will come close to encapsulating the emotion, the feeling, the experience of the Mad Max universe better than Borderlands 2. One thing that I remember very vividly about the first Borderlands game was, oh god, I cannot remember the area, but it's just before you move to a next big area. There's the area that has Skagzilla at the beginning of it, right? Now at the end of that area, you've got to go through, and there's a mini boss fight where you got to fight a dude on a bike or a car, and there's like a small circle area that you fight in, and that really felt like Mad Max. I don't know what it was about that particular moment. And then, there's the whole driving around in cars and, shooting other people that are also driving around in cars. It just really feels like Mad Max, So, the point I'm trying to make here is, we don't need a Mad Max game, guys. Because what I've learnt is, if you want to make a game that is really similar to a TV series or movie, then it shouldn't be a licensed version of that series. It should be something completely different, but trying to encapsulate that emotion. For example, Game of Thrones. Okay, this is the other example that I'll pose to you. There is a Game of Thrones game. I have it. It's actually not that bad. I watched two best friends play it, and they ripped on it. And yeah, it's a little buggy, and it's not. The gameplay's a bit weird. Like it's weird. It's kind of like a cross between Skyrim, but it's more like the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, whereas you've got like a queue of actions, and then your character just does them in that order. And there are certain things that are weird about that game, like armor doesn't give you defense. Armor gives you more health, which is strange. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, if you want a really good Game of Thrones game, or a game that's like either Vikings or medieval sort of stuff, Game of Thrones, that sort of thing, especially if it's got ice in it, the game you want is Skyrim. Alright, you don't want to buy Game of Thrones, you want Skyrim. That being said, Game of Thrones is really fun, and there's a really cool story that's completely like adds to the actual series, because it doesn't just follow the main characters of the series. It sort of starts a little bit before the series starts, and then it runs parallel to the story, which is kind of cool. But yeah, Skyrim is basically Game of Thrones, only not Game of Thrones, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean. It's got the feeling of Game of Thrones. It's got the feeling of being a Stark. Like, the Starks. Who are the Starks? Well, they're the Stormcloaks, obviously, in, oh god, what is the name of that town? Oh god, the Stormcloaks town. Winterfell? No, that's... See, and the problem now is that I get the names of the towns mixed up. Like, Riverwood, which is the first town, well, normally the first town that you visit in Skyrim. I keep mixing it up with Riverrun, which is a very similar sort of town, although Riverwood is obviously much smaller. Obviously the, King's Landing, it's a little bit different, because, you know, the layout of the map is a bit different, obviously. But I guess you could say King's Landing is Solitude, although more accurately, it's actually, you know, the Imperial City. Can't make a lot more sense. But in the instance of Skyrim, it's, you know, Solitude, because that's where the Stormcloaks live, who you could argue are the Lannisters. Then you got the Stormcloaks, who are the Starks, and they live in their town of Winterhold. That's the one, Winterhold, yeah. Then you've got, no, wait, Winterhold's the top one. Is it? The College of Winterhold. Yes, you're right. God damn it. What's the name of that other town? Oh god, I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. Well, you could look it up, you lazy bum. I could, but I don't want to. Just look it up. Alright, Skyrim. Skyrim map. I cannot believe this is sacrilege that you've actually forgotten the names of these towns. Oh look, I'm sorry, I can't remember everything. Jeez. Jeez. Anyway. Because Winterhold is the top one. That is what I would maybe envision being north of the wall. I guess? There isn't really a wall per se in Skyrim. Can I just have a Skyrim? No, that is not what I wanted. Can I just have a map? That is way too detailed. That is way too detailed. I just want it. There you go. Thank you. Windhelm. That's the name of the town. Okay. What else do you have? I mean, I guess Falkreath could be River 1. Yeah, could be. Riften, oh, what was Riften gonna be? Riften could be River 1, because River 1's got a big river running through it. I know, but, God, there was more, though. There was more. Dawnstar? Let's not play this game anymore. Alright, well, there was White One. No, White One. Wait, what towns are there in friggin' Game of Thrones? There's the Eyrie. Yeah, like, look, they're not, you can't match, like, all the towns one to one. But the point I'm trying to make here, is I am trying to make a point, is that, you know, Skyrim, if you play Skyrim, you can just close your eyes and pretend you're playing Game of Thrones with a completely different storyline. Yeah. Especially with the whole dragons coming back, because, you know, dragons have been extinct for ages in Game of Thrones, and it's like, oh my god, dragons are coming back. So you can think of it as like an alternate story to, you know what else you can think about it? You could think of it as, you could think of it as a, maybe, Game of Thrones in like the distant future, or the distant past. Eh? So, like, the names of all the towns are different. Um, the dragons have been extinct again, and like the you know, the story's all completely different. That would make sense, except for the fact that there's no um all the races. Well, yeah, the races came into being. Or no, this is in the past. So Game of Thrones is in the future. Yeah, yeah. So all the other races have been extinct for like millennium. Yeah, I like that idea. I like that idea. It's great. Yeah. So, so Skyrim being the most up-to-date entry in the series of Elder Scrolls is in the distant past and many millennium, or not millennium, but thousands of years in the future. Um, you do know that 1,000 years is a millennium, right? God damn it. Okay, so many millennium in the future is when Game of Thrones takes place. I could dig that. Maybe it takes place on a different island, because we don't actually see the whole world of Game of Thrones. No. Maybe the world of Tamriel is actually, is it Westeros? No, Eastos. Eastos, the other one, the main area. Yeah, and then Westeros is some island that we haven't yet discovered in Elder Scrolls. Because there are islands that we've never been to and you don't get access to, and they don't really talk about them. And I've read up a lot about lore, about the snake people and the slowed people, and oh, it's weird. Anyway, but you know, the lore is really interesting in Skyrim, so I can't get enough of it. So yeah, Skyrim is Game of Thrones, and Borderlands 2, Borderlands 1 and 2 is Mad Max. Yeah. Okay. Well, now that we've got that taken care of, when we come back, we will be fast traveling still. But for now, my name is Leo, and I will see you next time.